Hey you guys, what's up? It's Len Ray, and this video is definitely one of my most overdue videos. Like, you have no idea how many times I have tried to make this video, but have just failed every time. Like, I just... and the problem with doing this update video, or not even an update video, just my video of BronyCon, it's just that, I tried doing it the other times, and it was always, the biggest problem was that it always went over time. Like, there were so many things that happened at BronyCon that anytime I tried to talk about it, it would always go up to about 17, 18, sometimes even 20 minutes of just me talking and going into details. And it was just hard to really get everything in. Because, like, I really wanted to get everyone in, I really wanted to get every event in, and it's just, like, there's just too much to go into. And so, now, I'm not even going to plan it. Like, I never plan my videos. So, I'm just going to go right into it. If I forget something, I'll, like, I don't know, edit it in the end, or, I don't know, make mention of it in the comments or on Twitter or something of the sort. So, yeah, BronyCon, okay, first off, BronyCon was really good this year. Like, I liked it, I really did appreciate it, and it definitely got sentimental when finding out that this was the heads last year, and that was a really nice thing at closing ceremonies, and we're just gonna really see what happens next year. And I know I'm jumping the gun a little bit by jumping all the way to the end, but at least I got that out. Anywho, backing up, just completely backing up. I figure I'm not going to talk about panels that much, or attending panels, because it really would just be the same thing, saying it's good, it's cool, it was alright, blah blah blah. So I'm not going to talk about panels. I will mention, you know, the panel that myself, Pegasus Pitch, and Music Reborn had, but other than that, since I'm on it, I'm actually really surprised as to how it turned out. Like, this is my very first panel ever at a convention, and I had no idea how I was going to go into it. I at the very beginning, I was constantly thinking, okay, what am I going to do for this panel? How am I going to prepare for it? How am I going to prepare for it? And I came down to, you know what, I'm not going to prepare for this panel. I'm just going to go in with my own knowledge and present that to everybody. I didn't want it to feel like, I don't know, I was giving a speech or whatever. And, you know, I felt that it was just nice to go off the flow with everyone else, aside from me being host and whatnot. So, surprisingly, it did go pretty well. And even more surprisingly, the BronyCon staff actually did like the panel as well, and they said they would totally be fine with us doing something like that again next year. So that makes me feel really good. So, I'm just happy that the panel was a success, and I'm definitely looking forward to doing something like that again if, you know, such a thing does come up. So that was one thing. Second thing, I'm just gonna jump around a little bit. Before the convention, I was at the airport, and I was getting everything, you know, situated through security, and then I still happened to run into Brittany Ackerman when she was getting her stuff through security and all that stuff. And it was just amazing that we ran into each other. We instantly, like, hugged and chatted for a bit as we were getting through. And, you know, I even ran into her last boyfriend as well, and we all just, you know, hung together until we got on the plane. We were even on the same plane together, so even though we didn't, like, sit next to each other, we sat pretty close. That was just a really good way to start this whole thing off, even though the con didn't start yet. Just knowing that I was going with horse people to the convention, that was pretty cool, and it's my first time ever traveling with friends before, so yeah, definitely some unexpected stuff. That was really good. Jumping a little more, I'm just sort of just touching on moments, just as many moments as possible. I lied when I said I wasn't going to talk about panels, because, like, I will admit that one panel was funny. That was the one that Duelcinator was on. It was the lip-syncing battle, and he is such an entertaining person, and darn it, I really hope he goes far. And it's so nice to see what he brings to the table with his talents and performances, and gosh, it was amazing seeing him there, and just anywhere in general, but still, that was definitely a nice little event. If I had to bring up other things, it was that I was rooming with Foxy Lee, which is something I didn't figure out until last minute. It's not so much that I didn't figure it out, because, like, Pegasus Pitch mentioned before who was rooming, who he was bringing along, but I didn't think too hard on it, and so I then asked him last minute, and then I was like, oh crap, Foxy Lee's rooming with us. So having her along was definitely pretty fun. It was even more fun when finding out she was a part of the Apple Bloomers project and how she was bringing that to the convention. And it was pretty cool helping her out with that. And she was sort of concerned that we weren't going to get a lot of advertisement out, but we surprisingly did since day one, passing out cards, and even day two, getting posters out and stuff like that. And she was really happy about that. Heck, I still have a good amount of the cards in my bag. So these are the cards that we were passing out at BronyCon. They're all of the Apple Bloomers. And in case if you guys don't know what Apple Bloomers is, basically it had something to do with an April Fool's prank that I'm not sure if it's Discovery Family or if it was the Hub at the time that posted it to the channel. And it was of this, and surprisingly, I just found out that she voiced Apple Bloom for it. That was pretty cool. And so after doing a good amount of advertising for this, the person who originally wanted her to do this treated us all to lunch, and he was gonna take us to a really swank place, but that place sadly closed before he had to go, so we couldn't do that. So we went to Cheesecake Factory, which was still pretty good. And yeah, apparently he really planned on just treating. When I say treating us, I mean treating us. So, because he still had so much in his budget, he was gonna allow us to go shop in the vendors hall. But unfortunately, there was no time for that because by that time we had to go do our panel, and there's just no time for that. So, unfortunately, I didn't get to have my little shopping spree of getting whatever I wanted at the vendor hall. But anyways, I'm going on. Anyways, so there are other things that happened. The VA meetup happened, and that was pretty chill this year. I was glad to see a good amount of people there. Just trying to name people off the top of my head. This is Fan VA meetup and just in general. Like for instance, Warrior Cat, I believe she goes by, and then Kate Bug, and then Jannabun was there this year, and it was really nice seeing her there too. She's such a small, cute little thing. And let me see, who else did I see there? Wooten was definitely there. I'll get to him in a minute. And there was, and I'm sorry if I forget people. There's also Rocking Double K, I want to say his name is. Performance Major was there. There was. Crap. I'm forgetting people. And this always happens for every time I vlog. I forget people. But there are a good amount of people there. And then one more person that I have to mention was It's Anna Chloe Yam. It was definitely surprising to see her there because she wanted to go to BronyCon last year, but she didn't, and so she made it this year. And it was nice seeing her this year. It was we finally got to talk for real, and it was cool seeing her in person, and just having moments here and there. So yeah, nice seeing her. And then going back to Wooten, I'm glad I got to see him again because him and I had a moment, and we finally got some things worked out, and I just wanted to, be clear with him that I am very much fine being around the presence of the King of Lewd, and even maybe taking part in certain things with the King of Lewd. And, well, yeah, just basically saying that I am 100% cool with that guy. Like, Wooten is a really cool, really nice guy, and regardless of his content, he really is amazing. And anybody who doubts him should definitely know that if I'm saying good things about him, that should mean something. I mean, not saying that I'm important or anything. I'm nobody, but you get what I'm saying. I'm sorry. Oh gosh, that sucks. One more thing that I gotta mention before I get lost in all this stuff. But crap. There was one more event that I definitely won't forget. Is I did karaoke this year for the very first time. I never done karaoke at conventions before. I've done karaoke before in general, but I've never done it at a convention. So it was a little interesting going in and doing it because I'm not gonna lie, I was a little nervous doing it for the first time, and I last minute chose Black Griffin's song "Are We There Yet?" because I really like Black Griffin songs. I was originally gonna do an MLP song, but something told me no, you should do this song. And so I did it, and even though it was just a tad bit nerve-wracking in the beginning, I just fell right into it, and then I was just, enjoying myself. And even the people managing the karaoke were like, "Are you sure this is your first time doing karaoke?" I'm just like, "Yes, I promise you, I promise, it's my first time." And I was just really happy with all the feedback that was given at karaoke, and it's definitely something I'm going to do again next year. So, and one more thing I gotta mention around karaoke is that there was this particular user who I sadly don't remember the name of, but she was with the Brony Thank You Fund, and she too was there to do karaoke, and we chatted. When I say we, I mean her, myself, and Pitch and Music Reborn. We chatted with her for a bit and talking about singing and vocals and stuff like that and projects, and I told her that I would, just... Actually, I don't remember if I told her, but I made it a point that I would stick around and see her performance when she went up to karaoke. And after she came back down, I went to go and see her and, just, tell her that she did a good job and everything. And that, I liked seeing her sing. And she was surprised that I stayed behind to see her. And I was really happy that I could do that for her. It was the least I can do. So that was just a nice little moment. Now, even though those are all events, there are still two other people that I guess I have forgotten to mention. I technically mentioned one of them already, and that was on Performance Major. But I came across Performance Major while at another panel that happened on Saturday, and this is somebody that I've seen within my chats for doing voiceover work and stuff like that. And I was really it was really cool seeing him. And I also was talking to this female online. In regards to the content in the fandom, and then it wasn't until I looked at her badge and realized who she was, and she goes by the name True Sailor Comet. Now, I've collabed with True Sailor Comet twice in the past, and I got really excited when I saw her because, I was really intrigued on meeting her after doing a bit of work with her through BronyCon, and it was really just nice coming across her and seeing her, and even having her seeing her come to our panel. And one more thing is that she gives the best hug. She is a really good hugger, and you'll definitely be lucky if you ever get one of her hugs because it's one of the best things. So, True Sailor Comet, if you're watching this, you give amazing hugs. So, let me see. I think that's all the people I have to mention. I think that's all the things. And if it's not all the things, again, I said I'll just edit it in post. I will also mention that I did come across Skypaw and Speedy Tempo, because I know that those are some main people too, and it would suck if I left them out as well. And last on people I want to say is I came across this mother and child who I ran into last year, and the thing about it is that I was in autographs to get an autograph for Kelly Sheridan, and this mother and child, we were talking about a lot of fandom content. I introduced myself to them, and they introduced themselves, and it was surprising running into them again, because sadly I forgot their names. Names is something that doesn't stick to me, but I came across them in a quick instance because when I was running off to my panel, I came across them in the stairway to the convention, and I could only spare 30 seconds to talk to them because, again, I was in a hurry, but it was nice seeing them too. So yeah, I think that's as much as I can cram in. All I can say is that this year's BronyCon is definitely filled with moments and a lot of spending time with people, and it's always a challenge because there's so much to do at BronyCon. I've made this clear in my past videos with BronyCon. I've made this clear with just conventions like this in general. You have a lot to do depending on what you're in, and there are a lot of people to see as well. And even then, I still feel I'm leaving out things. For instance, even with me uploading videos to my channel as of recently, and them having to do with Foxy Lee. One of them was involved Pony Plushies, where on the very last night of BronyCon, we were all just chilling in the room, and it started off from random events, and that turned into a lot of things, and it really was amazing. The convention itself was amazing. The people were amazing. The staff was pretty cool. Unfortunately, staff wasn't good in some parts, but I can't go into detail with that. But nothing to do with me though. Just in other parts. But other than that, it was still all around cool, and the people I roomed with were cool as well. I'm glad that this whole rooming situation worked out, and the hotel that I chose worked out too. The hotel is perfect. So I know who I'm rooming with again next year. I know what hotel I'm staying with next year. Like, everything is basically set in stone for next year. So, BronyCon definitely does it again. We're also, going to see how it's going to roll when, certain people attend, if they attend. But other than that, I'm looking forward to it next year, and I couldn't have asked for a better year. I couldn't have asked to come across more people, because I'm always happy to come across more people in the fandom, especially from my part of the community involving vocalists and voice actors, and even from outside the community, because, regardless of if I come across people in our community or not, it's always nice to come across more people, because, this is a really respectable fandom, and this is a really loving fandom, and I would never mind spending a moment's worth of time with people, given how cool they are. And honestly, this is something I'm looking to stick to until the very end, even when the show ends. So, as long as there's a show, as long as there's a strong fandom, strong committed fandom, then you're always going to see this guy. So, I couldn't be any more happier for that. And I think that's all I have to say. I think that's really all I have to put in here. Oh gosh, I repeat myself. Whatever is unspoken will be put into the video. Other than that, that's all I have to say. I'm so glad I finally was able to get this out. This is Len Ray with my update for BronyCon. Well, I can't speak, I can't think. This is Len Ray with my BronyCon experience. Over and out.